Hi, welcome back to Mike Makes It. What you're looking at the moment is a receiver unit of a Watchman. Watchman is basically like a sonar unit that detects how much oil is in my oil tank and relays that percentage back to this display. It'll either say full, 9876, etc. As I say, this is a receiver, it plugs into the mains, and normally I'd see a number in there. At the moment I've gone upside down L or a very bad R, and you can see the little red light flashing. What that's telling me is the batteries in the transmitter unit have failed, or certainly on the way out. So we'll have a wander over to the oil tank, have a little look and see if I can fix it. Right, here's the old oil tank. It's only 1200 litre thing. Nevertheless, it warms the house up, etc. But there's the Watchman sensor, and that thing sticking up the top is a bit of copper pipe with 4 AAA batteries in it. And if you go buy them new, you're paying about £40. Now I can show you a lot cheaper way of getting that up and running again. It simply unscrews from the sensor like that, and that's it. We'll get that in the house. I'm going to show you how to save a little bit of money. So basically, to repair this, pretty much all you need is a new set of batteries. Get some decent ones, because you don't want to be in and out this tube every year or so. This has lasted me, I gotta be honest, 10 years. I've never replaced it since I've had the oil tank and the sensor unit in there. But apart from the batteries, some of your time and an adjustable spanner. Adjustable spanner is basically to knock the end of the tube off. It is copper pipe, that's all it is, copper pipe with an end on it. 4 AAA batteries running in it, and there's a connector in the end that screws onto the sensor. The sensor is quite clever. It's like a sonar unit. It blips the oil. The sensor sits above the oil, and it's like the old submarines. They ping, send a pulse of energy out. That gets reflected off the oil, and it picks that the rebound from the oil up, and it can detect approximately how full or empty the tank is, and it displays that in the display you saw earlier in numbers. So it gives you a fairly good representation of how much oil is in there. Now I know it's not empty of oil, it's full. It should be saying 9 on the display. So let's get the batteries changed and we'll see if it works after I change this. What I will do, let's just pull a meter down and we'll measure the voltage. Now it should be 4 AAAs in there, so we should be measuring about 6 volts. Now just buzzing on the end here, and we've got, if I put the leads the right way around, it doesn't matter. As you can see, we've got 3.1. So it's done well, to be honest, to get to that level of battery and still work, because it's only the last couple of weeks it stopped working. So we should be measuring over 6 there. Clearly we're not. We're down to half voltage. Now I've got to get the cap off here. Don't get pair of mole grips on it. It's copper. You're going to crush it. So the best way I found, adjustable spanner, just snug up onto the pipe, but you've got to be able to move the spanner. So tap, tap, turn the pipe, tap, tap. Now it might take you 5 minutes to get this off. Don't hurry, you will damage it if you're not careful. So all I'm going to do, steadily bounce this along, turn the pipe at the same time. Hopefully I'm going to start seeing a little bit of movement of the end cap. So I'll keep going on this. I'll speed it up so you haven't got to be tormented by the time it takes me to get the end off. Right, just starting to move. You can see the new copper there being exposed. So slowly monkey. Be careful that when this end cap does pop off, there's a spring below it. Don't lose it, because that's what makes the negative end of the battery make contact with the outside of the tube. So yeah, don't want to be looking for that in a minute. Get in there. keep turning the pipe, don't stay on one side of it. There we go. See the spring just inside, so we haven't lost it. Now inside the tube is packed with silicone grease. Keep the moisture out, I guess, corrosion resistance. I've not got any silicone grease at the moment, so I'm going to try to reuse the old stuff. So I've got a piece of paper here which I've collected some of the dirt on, but now I'm going to just fold it over. I'm going to tip the batteries out, and I'm going to see if I can reuse some of the silicone grease off it. There you go, Duracell Pro battery. They've lasted an age, really have. Just see if we can find a date on there. Yeah, used by March 2010. They were old when they put in, or my 10 years I thought we were at is probably over that then. It might have been longer than 10 years. As you can see, there's a bit of corrosion going on there, on the negative end of one of the batteries. No, that's positive end. So hopefully, looking down the tube, we're okay. So what I'm going to do, 4 new batteries going in. Like I said earlier, use Duracell or another reputable brand. Just trying to get a bit of the silicone off the old batteries. Just put it certainly on the ends of the terminals if I can. Really, I should add a tube of silicone, but nevertheless, this will be fine. But it's so easy to do. The only thing you might find is the end cap will become loose, but realistically I don't think it will. If it did, then a little tiny bit of tin foil around the top would be sufficient, I think. There you go. Just position the spring in the middle there. Get the cap back on. Just make sure you get that square, which I haven't at the minute. It's better. There's something called a hammer, which I probably ought to be using here, but just make sure it's square and keep going until you've covered up all the exposed copper. There you go. Now, if we were to measure the voltage on that, I reckon it's going to be over 6 volts, and that's exactly what we're looking for. Let's have a look. 6.3, we're up and running again. So we'll put that back on the tank, and we'll come back indoors, have a little look at the sensor. It will take 5 minutes or so for the indicator, the sensor inside the receiver unit, I should say, to fire back up and give us the correct value. I guess the sensor unit doesn't actually transmit, well, it doesn't transmit continuously. It's probably literally every 5 minutes or so. So we'll go and have a look. Well, there you go. 10 minutes of your time, 4 AAA batteries and an adjustable spanner, and you can fix your own power tube. That's incidentally what that battery pack is called, is power tube. So I've saved myself £36 there. Definitely worthwhile. I hope that's been useful. If it has, thumbs up would be great. Anyhow, thanks for watching.